What's up, Mike?
Hey, how are you, man? I very much appreciate you letting me on the show.
Sure.
I am a caller from Pennsylvania, a big swing state.
Wow. All right.
I've been doing my absolute best with about 7 coworkers who are in their between like age 30 and 40 who have never voted in their lives, have no interest in politics. I have been trying to drill into their heads. Please, like, let me explain these issues to you. You might not actually think you care about this, but it's going to directly affect you. So I've been talking to them for the better part of 6 months now, and I have convinced all 6 of them. I was like, listen, even if you don't care about this, I'm going to take you out to the nicest dinner over here in Philadelphia that you can ever have. It's on me. I will drive you to the polling place. You can get out of work early because I'm a supervisor, so like I can get that done for you. So I feel like I've done my part. I do feel like this is exhausting, though, and I know that you feel it. I know that all of our callers that agree with us feel it.
Yes,
I'm signed up to become a poll worker, like a poll observer, on November 5th. That's the first time I'll ever do that, but I feel like our democracy is at stake, so I don't want the MAGA maniacs to be pulling any kind of crap. Over here in Philadelphia, you don't see that so much, but nevertheless, even if there's a 1% chance, I'd rather, take the day and help out there. But I guess my question to you is, and I listen to you quite a bit. I found you maybe a couple weeks ago, and I'm subscribed, and I love what you do, so it's much appreciated.
Thank you.
You definitely give me a sense to keep going when I feel like it's just so overwhelming that I just kind of want to just sit in my house and not do anything.
Well, if I can give you a little bit, of that energy or motivation, for lack of a better term, to do what you're doing because you're doing great work, then that means the world to me, and I appreciate hearing that.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. People like yourself and a couple others, I watch a couple of like the Atheist Networks. I know that's not exactly political, but if you're familiar with what The Line does or anyone like that, they've got a lot of people over there who do at least once a week, like political shows, and they're very much leaning towards full socialism, in that sense, which another thing that drives me nuts is just socialism is not this horrendous word that the right thinks that it is. They just use it as a means to just degrade
they'll call you a socialist, and they have no problem with Donald Trump sending COVID test kits to the Kremlin.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Mike, what was your question, my friend? Go right ahead with your question.
Well, I guess my general question is that, like, I feel like we all feel this fatigue. And we're down to the last stretch here. I'm, doing the best I can. I'm going to go canvassing again this weekend. So I do find the energy, but sometimes it just feels like, man, this race is so damn close that, like, it's just making me really uncomfortable. And at times, like, when I look at the reality of the fact that he could very well win the big states, it's like, it might very well come down to Pennsylvania. What the
very well, yeah. So I hear what you're saying. So first of all, let me just say it's okay to be a little uncomfortable. A lot of people, especially on the left, were way too comfortable in 2016. We all know the result there. So it's okay to feel a little bit uncomfortable and doing what you are doing. If you want to speak to uncomfortable, just ask Stormy Daniels, but that's another for 15 seconds. Yeah. She was very uncomfortable, but that's another story for another show. But listen, let me say this in closing, Mike. Thank you for what you're doing. People like you are going to make a difference. And I can't wait, at least I hope, that we get the result that we want. And then you can call into the show and I could congratulate people like you for doing what you do, my friend. So please keep up the great work.
I don't need the congratulations, but I would love to come on after everything's said and done. And hopefully the good side wins and I can, give you some experiences.
Well, that would be,
I have a strong feeling that I'm going to deal with some BS from the other side.
Well, you're going to have to deal with that no matter what the result is, but you just keep doing what you're doing. And I appreciate you being a loyal listener of this show, and you keep it up, my friend, and hopefully we'll be able to celebrate in November.
I appreciate you. Like, the big reason why I'm so motivated this year more than some of the others. I mean, I've always been a voter, but ever since I was 18, I was voting at every election. But this year in particular, it was always just like I always voted, and that's kind of it. But this year, I've been really, really, really going hard with family, friends, associates, and the ones who were kind of never about Trump, but they were also sort of like, we don't really care because we think they're both the same. And I had to explain to them time and time again how this is not the same. And like,
welcome to my
one
life.
candidate.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah,
I have to
yeah.
do that every day, Mike, but I appreciate you calling.
I listen
Thank
to it
you.
and I enjoy it. So
Thank you,
all
Mike.
the work you do
Thank you,
inspires
buddy.
me, and I will
Thank you.
continue to do what I can. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for listening to me. I
Thank
hope
you.
you have a great rest of your day.
Same to you, and that means a lot to me, Mike. You sound like a great guy, and I appreciate what you're doing, and that what gives me the motivation to keep doing this show every day is because of good people out there like you. Love my listeners.